people who have all been watching the Queen's Court and gag order, we obviously know that Kaya has a large LGBT fan base, but that doesn't mean Kaya is not homophobic or transphobic. In episode 1, she said that her conscious people told her, why do you chill with these people, not person, who take it up the ass because the ass is connected to the spine and the spine is connected to the brain, so therefore they are brainwashed. That's what Kaya quoted as her conscious people asking. And Kaya's answer was, it's work. Okay? Then on episode 2, she goes on about Maddie again, but now she's no longer calling Maddie Madison. She's calling Maddie Mandy, as if Madison is a man. She said that Maddie will never be a true woman. She said that Maddie's a man whore. She said Maddie was Mandy, and also referred to her as a him, his, all that, and said that she wasn't a true woman. Okay, now I'm assuming that you folks are still trying to say that, she's mad at Madison, so that's why she's saying that, but she doesn't mean that about the entire trans community. If she doesn't mean that about the entire trans community, well, how do you know that? Because the last call of the 2 calls she took with the phone on her last gag order, someone had said, you say you're not against homosexuals, but you said that you did it for money. And she said, I was referring to one person, and I did do it for money. And she was apparently referring to Maddie, and apparently she was using Maddie's ass for as long as she could. And so she was never a true friend with Maddie to begin with. But let me just stop with this and ask you this hypothetical question, and tell me if this wouldn't be racist or not. Okay, so I'm white, right? Let's say that I'm right now I'm mad as fuck with Kaya. I was actually Team Kaya before I even knew about Madison. I've watched all her fucking blogs with P. Weezy, and none of you can say that because she's got hundreds. Okay, let's say that I was mad with Kaya, so I wanted to call her Nigger. And then let's say that I wanted to use eugenics and say that she was inferior. And let's say that I wanted to say that she should go back to the plantation and that she'll never be a human being because she's black and blacks are inferior. Let's say I said that, and I do not believe that at all, but there was a science once called eugenics based in Europe where it tried to show white superiority, which is why Hitler was so anti-Jewish. He thought that it was scientifically backed up too. Bullshit. But anyways, let's say I said that, and I was just referring to Kaya. Is that not racist? If I called her Nigger and said that she should be back on the plantations, if I'm just referring to Kaya, though, it's not racist? Because by your logic, if you're LGBT especially and you're defending Kaya, by your logic, it's not racist because I'm only saying it to someone that I hate. So it's not racist at all. That is your exact logic, is that it's not racist at all because I'm referring to just someone I dislike. And I'm not referring to all African Americans. Because let's say that I had some African American friends. I had plenty of African American friends, but I said it's about one person. So then I'm not racist because I'm just targeting one person. That's complete bullshit. Of course that's racist. And then, so for you to even try and say that she's not homophobic because she's only referring to her haters, that's complete fucking bullshit. Of course it's homophobic and transphobic. Just as it would be if I said that about her, because I don't like Kaya, but I, have African American friends, so apparently I'm not racist, I'm just using it as an attack. Now, and also tell me, how would the larger community, the African American community, see that? Would they see that as racist or no? Of course they would. Almost every African American who would hear that statement that would say that was racist. Of course, almost every African American, hands down, would say that's racist. So how are you going to tell me that that's racist, but what Kaya said is not homophobic or transphobic? They're both horribly wrong to say. They're both uneducated answers. They're both despicable, disgusting things to say, and they're both horrendous. I don't care what color you are, I've always prided myself in equality. In fact, when I was in college, I was in the Black Student Union, the only white person to be. But that doesn't mean shit. I'm just saying that, you know, I've always prided myself in equality, and if someone said that about an African American, I would think they were racist, and I would quit talking to them immediately. But since someone calls gays who they don't like sissies and punks, they're not homophobic because they're only referring to people who they don't like. Well, what if this person who says they're not racist but says that someone should go back to a plantation and that they're inferior and that they're the Nigger, they're not racist? Because by using your logic, they are not. Of course they're racist, and of course someone who says that about LGBT people are homophobic or transphobic. That's it. Fuck you, Kaya, you homophobic, transphobic piece of trash.